Hello and welcome to Photoshop Skills. I hope you're doing just fine. My name is Gerald, and in this video I'll show you how to create a shiny gold effect using any photo or any other object of your choice. So let's begin right away. Use a selection tool of your choice to make a selection around the subject. So for this tutorial I'll be using the quick selection tool. So I'll make a selection around the subject. So when you are done making a selection, then click on select and mask or refine edge if you are using an older version of Photoshop. Then turn on smart radius and make sure the refine edge brush is selected. Also make sure your view mode is on overlay. Then with the refine edge brush, just brush around the edges of the subject. For the sake of time, I won't be so precise on this, but you can take your time and make sure you have a perfect selection. Then make sure you output to new layer with mask and click OK. So the next thing we are going to do is to remove all the colors from the subject. So make sure the layer thumbnail is clicked. Then click on image, adjustments, then desaturate. So this takes out all the colors of the image. Then let's make the subject smooth by clicking on filter, blur, and select surface blur. You can use this icon to zoom out so that you can see the changes that you are making. So I'm using a radius of around 10, threshold of around 20. So click OK. Then for our next step, make sure the layer thumbnail is selected. Then click on image, then click apply image. Layer style merged. Channel is RGB. Then blending mode, make it difference. Then check the invert box and click OK. So repeat this process for the second time. Click on image, apply image, then click OK because Photoshop remembers the previous settings. And for the next step, click on filter, then click filter gallery, and then click on plastic warp. So you can zoom out to look at the effects. Highlight strength is 10, detail is 1, smoothness is 15. So play around with these sliders because the results could be different according to the image you are using or the object you are using. Then click OK. Then the next step is to add a background. So always rename your layers so that you don't get confused. So I'm renaming this to gold effect. We should have done that earlier, but it's okay. So to add a background, click on the adjustment layers icon and select solid color. Then choose a black color or any other color of your choice, then click OK. So drag that color fill below the gold effect layer. So this is what we have. Then next step, click on the gold effect layer. Then click on the adjustment icon again. This time select hue stroke saturation. Then we are going to colorize it. So check this box. Then adjust your hue around 50. Then saturation, you can also increase it until you get the gold effect that you want, because this could be different according to your choice. So I've adjusted my saturation to around 65. Then for the next step, we are going to add a glow to the image. So double click on your gold effect layer and then click on inner glow. So change the blend mode to color dodge. opacity make it 100, technique make it soft, then source make it edge, the chalk is 0, then the size adjust the slide until you get the effect that you want. So I think around 40 to 50. Then click OK. So the next step is to adjust the shadows and highlights. So make sure your gold effect layer is clicked. Then click on image adjustment. Then choose shadows stroke highlights. Click this tiny box to show more options. Then increase your shadow amount to 60, tone to 60, then radius leave it at 30. Then for the highlights, amount is 0, tone is 50, then radius 30%. Then the color adjustments, adjust it to 100. Then click OK. So this could be our final result, but there is always something to add. For example, I can see the texture is too much, so let's reduce the texture and make it more smooth. So click on the top layer, and on your keyboard you will press Ctrl Shift Alt plus E to merge all the layers together. Then we are going to use the camera raw filter to reduce the texture. So click on filter, select camera raw and reduce the texture. You can reduce it all the way down and click OK. So you can see this one is more smooth and shiny. So if this video was helpful, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any other video. Thank you.